All right, and our deep appreciation to you and all of you as well.
Thank you. Well, I came here from the Yukon. Are you familiar with that area?
Are you saying you're from a potato?
Well, I came here from northern Canada next to Alaska.
Oh, all right.
Up there in the Yukon, like a lot of people have seen a lot of UFOs. It's
Yes.
very common.
Yes.
I'm wondering if it's like a hotspot area like Arizona or if there's a vortex or something.
Yes. There are certain kinds of portals and vortices on your planet in the natural grid of the energy of the Earth that make it a little bit more conducive for certain kinds of passage from one realm to another. Yes.
There was a really famous sighting up there that a lot of people I know saw or their family saw. It was a very large saucer that covered a lake called Fox Lake or Little Fox Lake. Do you know anything about it? Like who
Yes.
was flying that ship? Who was in that?
Well, there were several different kinds of beings on that ship.
Oh, cool.
It's an observational ship, what you might call an exploratory ship, taking different kinds of observations and readings of certain areas on your planet to gauge and understand certain things, both in energy levels and other kinds of readings, such as pollution levels and so on and so forth, to see how you're all doing.
Interesting. Were there any human beings on board or?
From time to time, there have been, but not as a permanent resident, not as a permanent part of the crew.
Interesting. There's also a lake called Ethel Lake there that has a very, it's very significant to the First Nations people up there. And
Yes.
I feel like it has quite an interesting vibration.
Does.
Yeah, so I'm curious if that has anything to do with UFO or extraterrestrial activity.
It does, and perhaps even more so interdimensional activity.
So it is kind of a vortexy, kind of portal-y area.
Vortexy portulli. I
just
suppose you could put it that way.
How would you put it?
Yes.
Okay. That's wonderful. The Yukon's known for its gold. Like there's a history of the gold rush was up there,
Yes.
and there's still quite a bit of gold mining.
Yes.
Is there any relationship between these highly conductive minerals?
Yes.
Okay.
Because remember, the idea is that gold is inert, stable, highly conductive, and therefore very conducive to the idea of maintaining certain energy levels in certain areas where there are large deposits of it. It is an eternal metal in that sense. It never rusts, it never corrodes, it never changes. Gold is gold through the ages, through the eons, through the millennia. Gold is gold.
So is it like a communication device or just an energetic?
It can be used that way,
Yeah.
but it is an energetic stabilizer.
Cool. So it could be used in technologies as well as.
Well, you already do use gold in your
you're
technologies
right.
from time to time, but it can be used in many other ways other than the ways in which you are already using it, yes.
Right. Does the Yukon have any particular species of extraterrestrial that hangs out there more than
It has large groups of Sasquatch.
Yes. Thank you. You know how many people up there are just going to want to hug you for saying that? So the Sasquatch, are they related to like Cro-Magnon? There's a lot of stories about that.
They are mostly related to the idea of the early naturally evolved hominids on your planet that you refer to as Homo habilis,
Oh, interesting.
Homo erectus. The idea of the ancient extraterrestrials called the Anu, who arrived on your planet hundreds of thousands of years ago, and used some of those early hominid beings to inject genetic material in them and create Homo sapiens, did not necessarily use every branch of the hominid. The ones that were not altered by extraterrestrial genetics continue to evolve into what you now understand to be Sasquatch. Therefore, they are the naturally evolved hominid of the Earth. If the extraterrestrials had not altered the DNA of some of the Homo habilis, Homo erectus beings, today you would all be Sasquatch.
I believe it.
But they have evolved to the point where they understand how to use interdimensional vortices, and that's why they're so difficult to find.
That's also what the First Nations
Yes.
teach up there.
They call it slipwalking. They can slip from one reality to another.
Is there a whistling? People talk about them whistling.
Yes, sometimes that's part of their language.
Fascinating. Yeah. So you speak Sasquatch? Do you guys communicate with the Sasquatches? Or yeah, okay, got it. That's really amazing. Also, wow, I've got so many questions for you, Bashar.
There is one particular female Sasquatch in that area that the information on which has actually been downloaded into the channel for his use in his novels. The name of that female Sasquatch is Tsemiquest. Tsemiquest.
Tsemiquest.
Yes, Tsemiquest. So in that area, you may allow yourself in meditational form, in contacting and connecting to nature and the earth, to open up to the idea of the vibrational name of Tsemiquest and see what happens.
Cool.
Yes, I hear it is quite cool up north.
It is, yeah. That's right. It's nice here in LA. I have so many questions for you. Can I continue?
For the moment.
Okay. What are thoughts?
Thoughts are one of the ways that the belief system uses the physical mind to reinforce their validity so that they can perpetuate themselves. In other words, belief systems have a certain structure. Since physical reality isn't really real, beliefs have to make you believe that they are. And therefore, they have to reinforce themselves to make you think that physical reality is solid and real. Therefore, beliefs will generate emotions, they will generate thoughts, they will generate behaviors, and thus generate experiences to reinforce the reality of what the belief is telling you is a fact, when in fact it's nothing more than a belief. But they have to do that in order for you to have a physical experience. Otherwise, if you didn't believe them, you would not be able to actually maintain a physical experience. You would see right through the illusion that your consciousness is creating. Now, when positive beliefs do that, you usually don't mind. But the negative beliefs have to use negative reinforcement. That's just the way they're designed. So in order to perpetuate themselves as a negative belief, they will usually do things and use tools and techniques in your emotions, in your thoughts, and in your behaviors to make sure you don't let them go. So one of the techniques they often use is fear. They make you afraid that if you let them go and stop believing in what they're telling you, that something worse will happen. That's just an illusion. It's just the way they work. You have to see through that as an illusion. Make sense?
It does, and I'm wondering, like, they're unavoidable then because they help us create our like physical experience? Or?
Yes, but the idea is to then get to a place where you're in balance with yourself so that you can simply allow yourself to hold on to the positive beliefs, knowing that the negative beliefs are always there as a choice, but you simply don't prefer to choose them. You're not invalidating them. You simply recognize that they're there as an equal choice to anything you could believe is true, and you simply choose what you prefer without invalidating what you don't prefer. Yes?
Yes, I understand. And
so, when you experience a behavior, have an experience a behavior, have a thought, have a feeling, you know that it is the belief generating all of those, because you cannot have a feeling or a thought or behavior or an experience in a vacuum. You have to believe something to be true first. It's the blueprint. The emotions are the builders of the house. The thoughts are the building materials that they use. The behaviors are the way the builders are building the house, and the experience is the house that was built that you live in. So if something is off kilter with the house and you don't feel comfortable in it, go back to the blueprint and look at the blueprint. Say, oh yes, I see the blueprint is off here and off there. Let me put that back into alignment. Now the emotions that are generated by the beliefs to reinforce themselves as real will follow the blueprint and build the house with the correct building materials in the proper method of building, and they will build the house that you will be comfortable living in. Always go back to the blueprint. Always go back to the belief system. That's what generates it to begin with. So you use emotions and thoughts and behaviors and experiences to ask, what would I have to believe is true about myself in this circumstance in order to feel, think, behave, experience what I am feeling, thinking, behaving, experiencing? Then you can always trace it back, make the adjustments, and have a different experience, because everything starts with the belief. Everything starts with the definition you buy into as true. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. So it takes me to another question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're familiar with the term a walk-in?
I am, and it's not what most people on your planet think.
Okay.
A walk-in is simply an upgrade in your own soul, expressing more of itself through the same body. It's not literally a different other soul. It is your soul expressing more of itself, where the personality has released enough of its inhibitions and limitations so that it can express more of its true self, more of its higher mind, more of its soul through the same body. It will take on a completely different personality aspect, since personality is an artificial construct anyway. It's a mask. You are already all channeling yourselves into physical reality as these personality constructs, as these masks that represent what part of your greater being you are able and willing and allowing to come through. So when you have an upgrade within yourself, when you have a realization, a revelation, an aha moment, you can easily kick yourself to a higher vibrational frequency level and allow more of your true self, your full self, to come through, which will automatically, of course, alter the personality to some degree, because it has to in order to represent the upgrade.
It's very cool. So
Again, whatever temperature you want it to be.
So, well, I'm from the Yukon, so everything's cool.
All right.
So, yeah, that makes me wonder then, so by your awareness,
Yes.
Would you say that it's true that there aren't multiple occupants of the same body, or
No.
and you don't see a change?
Because
of
there is no
occupancy?
emptiness within your body. Your body is your spirit in physical terms.
Wonderful.
There's
Because that
no
would have been my
room
next
in
question.
it for anything else. You're not even occupying it.
Yeah.
Your spirit isn't in your body. Your body's in your spirit. Your body's in your consciousness.
Yes.
Remember, this is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
You never actually leave the spirit realm. You're just
Right.
pretending that you have.
Understood.
Well,
So
then,
when you're saying I'm like with a walk-in experience,
Yes.
the leveling up is outside of your physical body in the first place. Like the leveling
Yes.
up is happening on the
so to
spirit
speak.
level.
So to speak, yes, it's outside your body, if you want to put it that way for convenience. But that's just physical terminology. Mm-hmm. That's just the way you experience things from a space-time perspective. Mm-hmm. Does that help?
It does actually. It answers one of the other questions that I had.
Well, thank you for allowing us to be so synchronous and efficient.
Well, thank you so much for letting me come up here and ask you a question directly.
Thank you for having the willingness and the boldness to do so.
Thank you for all your gratitude. Okay.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
Good to talk to you again.
And you as well.
Recently, I had Darryl on my TV show
Yes.
for an interview with Ed. And during the interview, we all had a strange moment where the microphone or the microphone pack popped off his belt.
Yes.
And we were talking about contact experiences, contacting you in the physical. And right at that moment, synchronistically, pop goes the pack, and the microphone got ripped off.
Yes.
And we were kind of laughing and joking and saying what a synchronicity. And
Are you
kind of,
going to ask if I was involved?
yes, I kind of already knew the answer, but it's always nice to have this direct interaction to. Yes. So, yes. All right. Next question.
Well, I believe you have just answered it.
So, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Speaking of dreams,
Yes.
so in the lower astral realms, you were talking about lower astral realms where the ghosts hang out and these kinds of things. Is that similar to where the hybrids hang out?
It's a little bit higher than that.
Okay.
It's more the higher astral.
A higher astral. So when there's discussion of the hybrid realities merging with our realities,
Yes.
and we're getting closer to
Yes.
this dream state.
Yes. You're actually moving your frequency a little bit more into the astral realm, still thinking it's the same physical realm when it's not.
So
That's part of the entire idea of the transformation and the ascension going on your planet at this time, is that you're actually no longer in the physical reality you used to be in. You're at a different level of it. You're at the level of it where the people, let's say from 500 years ago, would think you were ghosts.
Ah. Will we become ghosts to them 500 years ago? Will we be able to interact with our 500
Some
years?
of you already have become ghosts to them.
Interesting.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, just thinking about that. So when we go back in, say, a meditation to do healing work for our past versions of ourselves,
Yes.
is that sort of, in a sense, are we becoming dreams for those versions?
Sometimes you do it that way, yes.
Leaving breadcrumbs for them to follow?
You bootstrap yourself up, yes, from the future, so to speak. That's why recently in a transmission we talked about the idea that one of the things that is a major shift in your reality now is not so much gaining the information and experiences that you need in the present from the past, but from your future self,
Right.
so that you pull yourself forward.
Closer to the
Come
future.
on, little doggies. Come to be me. Come to be me. Come to be me. Here's some information for you, so you can be more like me from the future, not the past.
Interesting. So in recently I had a dream. It was
Yes.
actually a few weeks prior to the Crystal Skull event you had with the Mitch's Hedges skull.
Yes,
Not really making the connection until like the day before the event.
that's all right.
I had a dream of a very vivid, realistic dream of a UFO coming over a cliff, coming very close, and then projecting a hologram
Yes.
of a skull
Yes.
on my right. And
Yes. The template for the original Master Skull.
interesting. And then,
Keep saying that.
well, all of this is so interesting.
It is.
And that has sort of started a number of synchronicities on a quest for these skulls. And
Yes. And are you having fun on that quest?
very much.
Oh, all right.
I'm kind of busy with my show, so I'm trying to get that off the plate.
Isn't that part of your quest?
It is part of the quest.
All right.
It is. It is. And so,
Yes.
so speaking of skulls,
Yes.
you mentioned before that perhaps there were, and this is my interpretation, I may have got it wrong, but there were hybrids being keepers of some of the skulls? And I'm wondering if those were
In a sense, but we're talking about a different level here. We're not talking about on physical reality. We're talking about some of the higher astral places that we've already discussed.
and
They are the keepers of the templates of the skulls.
templates, so like astral versions of the skull.
Yes.
Okay. So they're not necessarily alive in physical bodies on the planet. That would be a different...
The hybrids?
The hybrids.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But again, remember, as things merge
We merge the worlds together.
and they become physical on your world and you become more astral in theirs.
And
This is why we keep saying you need to meet us halfway.
right. And for some of these skulls, they have different names. We got into Kukumats, we got
Yes.
into Sequoia and Pele,
Yes.
representing different archetypes.
Yes.
Maybe this came across before, I may have missed it, but what did the Pele skull represent? What archetypal energy?
Do you not understand the idea of the power of fire in the earth?
I do, yeah.
It represents the idea of blood. The lava is the blood of the earth.
So blood archetypes. I will do some research on that.
Oh, all right.
And with different races seeding the planet, we've talked about Mayans in the past. I'm wondering if you could go into what ET races helped seed that race, the race of the Mayans.
What do you mean? What ET races? The Mayan.
Or archetypal energies, I should say, connected to the Mayans. Would it be like more of a Pleiades energy or a Sirius energy or some other type of ET
The
race?
Mayan people that you know of on the earth are the ancestors of an extraterrestrial race that are the Maya.
Oh, okay.
Most of them left. Many of them stayed.
And that's a...
But they are connected genetically to you in many ways, not only through the idea of the Pleiadians, which are the evolved versions of the Anunnaki of long ago, but also through the ancient Anu and many other races.
So the Anu would be closer to the Pleiadians than Syrians?
It depends.
Depends.
Yes.
Oh,
Because the Sirius beings that are physical are amphibious.
okay.
They don't look like you exactly.
So more of a humanoid...
More of a humanoid salamander.
Fascinating. All right. Well, thank you for this.
Well, you're welcome.
I have a lot to think about.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you.